Good day, basketball fans. Welcome to the Lady Beaverbrook Gymnasium here in Fredericton, New Brunswick. The weather's clearing up a bit outside. Humidity is starting to break. A hand for Sands. Nice take, but he can't get it to go. Batted up. Josh White on the board. 5-0 Hurricanes. We played about a minute and a half. Final day action here from the LB Gym at the Ken Gould Invitational. Oh, nice pass from Sands to Smith. Sands, an adept passer. He put on quite a show in the fourth quarter yesterday. That game against Mount A. Did a little bit of everything. At 6'2", he's not a big forward in this league. However, veteran player, smart, can do a little bit of it all. Tied at 5 on the three-pointer from Jackson Smith. Missing off the board was Menzies for Will Spalding. Spalding's an explosive scorer. That's taken away by Josh White. Little showtime here. Oh, White misses the dunk. And now he lays it back in. Josh White was a little too open. And answering down court, none of his buddies picked up Josh White on that one, as Terrio Sands was way out in front of White. Of course, White had to go coast to coast. Good save there by Menzies. Menzies for three. Off the toe of the rim for Alman Dervisevic. He's going to drive, kick it to the cutting Rempel for two. Rempel with the takeaway. Goes at the tin again. He's going to draw a foul. Goes on Will Spalding, number 13. Rempel to the line. He's about a 75% free throw shooter in the league last year. Averaged just over 13 points. Had an explosive game here at St. Thomas in that 127-124 game. Foul on Alman Dervisevic. Puts his hand up and said, yes, sir, I agree. Should mention the officials for this one in charge of keeping law and order. Dan Wilton, Spencer Jeffrey, and Dave Gallagher. I believe part of this crew had the Hurricanes game last night. It would be Mr. Jeffrey. And what I can say is neither coach was too happy with the officiating. Score there for the Mystics, 11-9 Hurricanes. They are the guests on the scoreboard here. Turnover by Dervisevic. Rempel, a deep three. Rempel on the drive, blocked by forward. Sands on the outlet, has Callahan in the corner. Back for Spalding, he'll take a three. Macaulay shoots a deep three. Callahan. Sands loses the handle. For subs, it's Ty Murnahan, number 6. And Lyon McLean, number 8. That check in. Rempel from the elbow makes 2. 19-12. Murnahan can't keep that inbounds. Hurricanes starting to create some turnovers in this one on the Mystics. They came at the Tommies last night, just waves of pressure. Tommies had, I believe, nearly 30 turnovers. Can't remember the exact number, but it was a pretty high one. White backs in, now kicks out. Dervisevic cross court for Macaulay. Misses the 3, gets his own rebound though. Works inside, tricky move. He's going to pick up a foul on Ontario Sands and go to the line, will Jack Macaulay. Macaulay, the last numbers I can find on him at a UPI were 19 and 20 season. Shot about 90% from the line there in the AUS, assuming my research is anywhere near correct. Shout out if you are watching along at home. Thanks for tuning in. My privilege to bring you this spectacular tournament here. And it is just a preseason tournament. Regular season is about 2 weeks away. These teams will meet in that first weekend. It'll be on the Sunday. It'll be Holland College's second game of the weekend. They've already played at UKC. And Coach Stevenson's Blue Devils on the Saturday. That's going to go at 4 o'clock at Kings. The Sunday, the 30th, they move over to the Mount for a 3 p.m. tip-off against Danny De Palma's Mystics. Those teams are locked in a battle here right now. 19-12 Hurricanes in the first quarter. And it will be Macaulay on the line with an opportunity to add to the lead for Holland College. Looks like we have some subs in for Holland College. Number 2, Chris Cheatham. Hometown is Dallas, Texas. Comes to the Hurricanes by way of the ACAC. Briarcrest College from the Alberta Conference. And also in the game is Kyrie Thompson, who had the game-high 28 in the victory over the Stu Tommies. He was scoring from all over the court. Threat from deep as well. You can see here there is just no let up in the pressure these Hurricanes will bring. Can bring guys like Kyrie Thompson and Chris Cheatham off the bench. I believe Cheatham started the first game on Friday here. And Coach Kendrick made a little change up in the starting lineup. The pressure plays dividends there. Oh, I thought they had the turnover. I didn't see the tip on that one. Thought that was just thrown out of bounds by Malik Merchanti, number 12, who's checked in. As has number 10, Sam Gilmore. For the Mystics, that's Will Spalding. They also have McLean and Smith on the court. Cheatham with the board, ahead for Menzies. Menzies right to the rack. Foul's going to go on Cheatham. His first, team second, 3:22 to go in the quarter. The Hurricanes have opened a 10-point lead. McLean looks to cut into that. He does with the first. McLean in his third year out of Halifax. Good afternoon. Thanks for joining in. If you are watching from the Fax or anywhere else, give me a shout out on Twitter at Billsby, BILLSBY, BILLSBY. Also, on the Tommy's Facebook post, you can find one of my replies there about the tournament, their post this morning, Tommy Athletics. Give me a shout out there as well if you're watching. Or send a carrier pigeon. Come on up to visit. If you do happen to make it here to the LB Gym this season, come on up, say hello anytime. Great to know where you're watching along from and what your connection is. Lots of great reach outs here all weekend long. As mentioned, I am privileged to be able to be here, bring this action to you. This league, to me, one of the best kept secrets in the region's sporting community. The action, tremendous, and the teams just seem to get better and better every year. And I think in this tournament, we've seen games lost when the team has scored over 100. And certainly, I think all the wins have been at least in the 90s or over 100 points to win here. So you're going to see no shortage of action, lots of scoring, and lots of fast play. Cheatham, there's another score for the Hurricanes. So if you can, get out to your local gym, check it out, wherever that may be. As I think I may have mentioned already, I've seen 5 of the 7 rosters for teams in this league, the 4 that are here. I've also seen Crandall. I know Kings is going to have a strong team. I haven't seen a lot of UNBSJ, so I don't know what they've got. They may be a sleeper as they come into this one. They had a bit of a tough year last year. They were better than the record would indicate, were the Seawolves. No easy games in this league. It's going to be a fun season for everyone involved. Of course, the new coach here for the Hurricanes and Coach Kendrick. He can be worth the price of admission just on his own. The Mystics score 24-21 now for the Hurricanes. But just to finish that thought, folks, if you can get out to these gyms. You're going to have a lot of fun. You're going to enjoy what you see. If you can't get there, ACA TV, leave every game all season long, no matter who you cheer for, is covered. Check it out. I'm sure you will enjoy the action. Dervisevic makes a 3. Hurricanes with the takeaway. Macaulay shoots the 3, misses. Big tie-up underneath between Kyrie Thompson and Lyon McLean. Foul's going to go on McLean. Thompson was, I'll say, an instigator yesterday in the Tommies game. He was getting under the skin of the Tommies yesterday as well. Thorn in the side, maybe a better term. He uses the same tactics there on the Mystics. McLean. Merchanti passes to no one. Murnahan would have needed to push about the 4th floor on the elevator to go up and get that one. Sands checks back in. Adam Callahan will D up Chris Cheatham. Going to have an illegal screen. And Vicente Balaton checked in for the Hurricanes, 6'4". I'll call him a wing, listed as a guard forward in my notes from Surrey, BC. Second year of eligibility. I believe he was at UPI for a bit of time, as were several of the players on this Hurricanes roster. Nice cut there. Oh, what an acrobatic move by Murnahan. He can't get it to go down off the glass. But what a cut there by Ty Murnahan. Menzies with the miss, rebound. That's Gilmore on the board. He brings it forward for Murnahan. He takes the three. No good. Rebound, Jalen Menzies. Menzies on the break. Offensive foul on Jalen Menzies as Adam Callahan steps in, takes a charge. Quickly off the bench is Spencer Rossiter, number 13 for the Hurricanes. Coach Kendrick with a little instruction to Menzies. A little point there to the floor and some directions. Maybe a little idea of something that Menzies can do next time he finds himself running the break that looks like that one. Taken away by Rossiter. Kicks it outside. Rempel is a little too strong on the three. McLean corrals the carom. Out for Gilmore, forward for Callahan. Callahan attacks. Nice score by Adam Callahan. What a great take. The Mystics bench loves that one. We've got time out, 27-23 here in period number 2. As the Mystics show they are not going to roll over to this Hurricane squad. It may actually be the end of the quarter, and I just was not paying attention to the clock. I think that's exactly what's going on. So we'll take the end of the quarter time here, 27-23. Sometimes I just get too wrapped up in the game, lose track. Be back in about a minute and a half with more action from the first half. Hurricanes ball to start the second quarter. The Hurricanes send out Cheatham, Rossiter, Balaton, Thompson, and Rempel. For the Mystics, it's Gilmore, Callahan, Sands, Lyon, and Murnahan. The respective personnels as we get quarter 2 underway. 27-23 in favor of HC at the end of 1. Balaton with the take, can't get it to go, battered back to Rossiter. Kyrie Thompson has it taken away on the drive. That's Murnahan. Murnahan is going to get whacked. He's going to shoot 2. Maybe generous to say he was in the act of shooting. He certainly was in the act of going to the net. Referee Gallagher, of course, much closer than I in that, had a better angle on what was going on in front of him. Certainly I'll say the foul was down low before Murnahan got the arms up. Murnahan on the line. Got about 50% clip there last season in the league play. Will have a bigger role on this team this year due to some of the graduates, particularly up front for this MSVU team. That foul's going to go on Ontario Sands. It's going to be his second. 9:28 in the quarter. Chris Cheatham to the line. Cheatham in the ACAC. That's the Alberta Conference. for Briarcrest. He shot 80%, the last numbers I could find for him. High assist total, over 5.5 a game, and almost 14 points. Did Cheatham in that conference. Murnahan and Lyon can't make the connection. Subbing in Keegan Fearon. Fearon, first year out of Bedford, 6'7" forward for Coach De Palma. Offensive foul, that's going to go on Vicente Balatan. From far across the gym, referee Spencer Jeffrey gives Coach Kendrick an official warning. He says, for what? Mr. Jeffrey says, I'll talk to you later. We'll guess it would be for where Coach Kendrick was standing, but I'm not certain. Spencer will now come across the court. I'm sure have that conversation with Coach Kendrick as he gets near this sideline. We'll wave the subs in first. And now they are standing together, and I'm sure they'll get a bit of an explanation as Kyrie Thompson makes the first from the line to make it 31-25. Spalding has checked back in for the Mystics, as has Jackson Smith, number 24. They join Callahan, Murnahan, and Fearon on the court. Jump ball forced by the Hurricanes. Spalding is the Mystic at the bottom of the pile. 3 maroon shirts get the tie up. They do keep the ball in the Mystics' favor on alternating possession. Going to have a time violation as Callahan can't get it across in time. It's one of the tough things with those tie-ups. You've got to be aware of what the count was when the ball comes in bounds. Tough thing to be aware of. Shot clock reset to 14. Holland College ball in the front court. Rossiter has it deflected. We're going to let it go out of bounds. I'm not sure why that is not being inbounded on the end line. That's exactly what Coach De Palma is asking. Why that's not down there. It went out down there. It didn't go out right here. And now we are going to walk back down there because that's where the ball went out of bounds. Saying it's not an intentional deflection off the leg. So they go all the way the length of the court. They don't get a reset either on the shot clock. Get that all corrected. The right outcome as far as my knowledge of the rules, which isn't always correct. Balatan finishes inside. Lead back up to 9. Murnahan on the take and dish. Fearon can't finish, gets it on rebound. Rossiter knocks it away. Outside Spalding. Jackson Smith. He drains a triple. Cheatham can't get it to go. Callahan brings it away. Deflected by Rossiter right into the hands of Smith, who sends it off the hands of Balatan into the waiting arms of Kyrie Thompson, who goes coast to coast. Spalding misses wide, taken away by Thompson. Thompson picks up a foul on Callahan. Dervisevich and McCauley will check back in with Jalen Menzies as Coach Kendrick switches up 60% of the on-court personnel. Rossiter, Balaton, and Cheatham come to the bench to get a break. Timeout taken by the Hurricanes. Coach Kendrick says, let's talk this over. I believe he actually seemed a bit unhappy with how they reacted after that last score. I think he was looking for the press to be set a lot quicker than what it was coming out of that last score by Kyrie Thompson. Timeout on the floor, 36-28 Hurricanes. Final day action from the Ken Gould. And what a fun tournament this has been. Great year ahead in the ACAA. Going to take just a short break, and I'll be back out of the timeout. Set to pick up action here out of the timeout will be Hurricanes ball. Jack McCauley will inbound. Little stack play set up by Coach Kendrick. Now the curl by Dervisevich right to the rim. He's going to pick up a foul on Jack Forward. Going to be the fourth team foul already. 7:21 to go here in the quarter on the Mystics. McCauley in the key, spins back, rejected by Will Spalding. Callahan, Murnahan. Spalding is going to walk. Going to delay a game warning now on the Mystics. Spencer Jeffrey points at Adam Callahan on that one. So let's not have any more of that. Next one will result in a technical. Murnahan skies for the board. Callahan for three. Dervisevich. Forward. Rempel. Rempel makes three. Lead is double digits. Hurricanes nearly get a steal. Now numbers for the Mystics. Murnahan can't convert. Forward, quickly forward for Menzies. Menzies against Callahan. He's going to get a foul on Adam Callahan. I believe it will be Adam's second. Mr. Wilton says that's a whack on the attack. Menzies to shoot two. Misses the first. Jalen Menzies shot it over a 60% clip last season in the ACAA. Menzies out of the Toronto area. Shout out if you're watching from the center of Canada. Nice ball movement there and good finish by Merchanti. McCauley. Spalding on the board. Jackson Smith can't get it to go down. Dervisevic on the rebound. Right in the paint. That's going to be an offensive foul. Going to have to be. No. We're going to have a block call. I thought Smith was pretty much stationary on that play, and Dervisevic went into him. Referee clearly disagreed with me. It is my 10th game of the weekend, though. My eyes might not be working quite as good as they were on Friday afternoon. It's not my opinion that matters. It's one of the officials on the court. They've done, in my view at least, a pretty fine job here all weekend long as they work to get themselves back up to game speed as well. Pretty tough on officials the start of the year. And no doubt these teams will see members of this crew all around the ACAA, at least in New Brunswick, throughout this season. Waved off on a violation. (40-30), 5:28 to go, second quarter. Hurricanes look like they're on their way to triple digits again in this one. Mystics still have a lot to say about that. Murnahan, a nice finish. Unlike the Tommies yesterday, the Mystics looking to pass their way through the pressure as much as they can. Elman Dervisevic with a nice drive. It's going to be a violation there on Will Spalding. He knew it. Pressure forcing another turnover. That game yesterday, Hurricanes did a great job of taking away the dribble, both the penetration and the dribble at all from the Tommies. Forced a lot of turnovers, and there, as you see, the passing of the Mystics through that pressure is really what is needed. So they've had benefit of watching that Stu game, either live or on tape. Going to adjust a little bit. The pressure we're seeing from the Hurricanes. Of course, preseason, you often wonder whether you're seeing, the real good schemes that you're going to see out of these teams come the regular season, particularly in this matchup where these teams will meet so early in 2 weeks' time. You wonder if the approach that you see against one another will be the same. I'm guessing with Coach Kendrick, it's going to be a high pressure all season long with the personnel he has. He'll just keep running them into the game and keep that pressure up. Go, go, go will be the mantra, I'm sure. I'm not sure you'll see a great change in terms of that. They want to run the high-octane offense, no question, with the personnel they have. Sometimes you wonder in these tournaments whether you can get the best defensive schemes or the coaches are saving them for a little later on. And even some of the best offensive sets and plays, you wonder if the coaches want to show them off this early in the season. By now they've almost assuredly worked on it. Shots made by McCauley, now 47-32. Quickly, it's a 15-point lead. Callahan for Gilmore. Menzies outside for Thompson. He misses on the drive. Spalding misses the jumper, tap to Menzies. Menzies on the spin, rebound Callahan. Nice block out and board by Callahan. Another good finish for Gilmore. Deficit now 11 for the Mystics. They'd like to see single fingers under half. And somewhere there's an unhappy leprechaun at the end of that rainbow. Kyrie Thompson finds the pot of gold. Answering at the other end with a three is Will Spalding. Dervisevic gets the three to rattle through. Ahead for Rempel. Oh, good defense by Merchanti to knock that one away. It is the Mystics that come away with the ball. Spalding inside for Merchanti. And a good finish. 12-point differential again, 2.5 to play, second quarter. Dervisevic off glass, no good. Callahan has it knocked away by Menzies. He wanted a foul. Kyrie Thompson tried to throw the lob. It didn't connect. Cheatham will check in and time out Coach Kendrick. Kendrick has given it to the troops there. Little unhappy with the play there is Coach Kendrick. Animated in the timeout with the Hurricanes. Much calmer Danny DePalma on the Mystics side. You'd almost think the score was reversed. This is unquestionably about implementing methodology, style of play, routine for the Hurricanes. Coach Kendrick making no secret the way he wants them to play. Couldn't, of course, hear what he's saying in the timeout. But I will say there was no playboard drawn up there. It was a send a message timeout. You're going to do things the way I want you to do them. See how they react here. Shot by McLean is a rainbow three. 9-point game now. 53-44. Rempel on the drive outside McCauley. He shoots the three. Rebound for Rempel. He misses the putback. Rebound Spalding. Spalding step back three. 6-point game. Cheatham to the 10. He scores two. That's too easy. Somebody's got to stop him. Spalding uses the screen up top for McLean. A long three rattles through. Now we're in a 5-point game. Cheatham attacks again. He's going to draw a foul. He'll go to the line. Foul will be on Gilmore, I believe, number 10. Coach DePalma doesn't like that foul call. Foul instead goes on Callahan. That's his third. I thought for sure that was going to be on Gilmore. Murnahan will set to check in undoubtedly for Gilmore as there's only less than a minute here. Coach DePalma won't want him to pick up his for Callahan. This will be the sub we see, I'm sure. Murnahan for Callahan. Adjustment here now. Forward in the game as well for Gilmore. Now McLean, he's hit a couple of deep threes. Murnahan dribbles. Nowhere to go now. Back for Jack forward. 5 on the shot clock taken away. That's Kyrie Thompson. He goes right at the bucket. Looks to me from what I've seen these last few possessions, that right at the bucket is what Coach Kendrick was saying in that timeout. We don't want any of this pull-up stuff. Go right there every time. That's what the Hurricanes have done the last 3 trips coming out of that. Is right at the 10. They now lead by 9. Taken away by Cheatham. He's going to get another 2. Halftime here. Final game at the Ken Gould for both of these teams. Holland Hurricanes turn a 4-point quarter lead into 11 at the half. 61-50 in favor of HC as the Hurricanes are once again well on their way to putting up another century plus on the scoreboard. Going to be back in about 15 minutes with second half action. Come on back, folks. Great action here at the Ken Gould Invitational. Fans, welcome back to the second half here. Final day action, the Ken Gould Invitational. Holland College Hurricanes 61, Mount St. Vincent University Mystics 50 at halftime. Run down some of the leading scorers. First for Holland College, Kyrie Thompson has 12 off the bench. Chris Cheatham 11 off the bench with 4 steals. Logan Rempel has 12, Alman Dervisevic 11. 4 in double digits for the high-flying Hurricanes. For Mount St. Vincent, Will Spaulding with 11. Jackson Smith has 8. Ty Murnahan has 4. Ryan McLean 9. Sam Gilmore 8. Leading rebounder is Adam Callahan. He has 5. The big difference in this one is turnovers. MSVU has committed 16 versus only 6 for Holland College. That allows Holland College a lot more shot attempts. They are 21 of 51 thus far in the contest for 41%. And only 18 of 36 for 50% exactly, which is a great shooting percentage, are the Mystics. You get 50 points on the board. Your MSVU think, gosh, we're doing pretty good here. Probably in pretty good position in this game, but you find yourself down 11 to this relentless Hurricanes squad. Set to go here in the second half. I'm Bill Gibson. You're watching ACA TV and Tommy's TV on the YouTube. Thanks for tuning in. Been fun being with you here all weekend long. It's going to be a great season in the ACAA. Get out to your local gyms, watch online, whatever you can do. Support these athletes. In fact, if you run a business or anything like that out there and you want to be a sponsor, get in touch with your local schools. I'm sure they'd love to hear from you. This, to me, is a hidden treasure just waiting to be discovered, this ACAA league. Spectacular quality of performance. You look at this one, it's easy to take 100 points to win this game unless something drastically happens here. 2 points there, Macaulay. It's going to be like that all season long. The teams here in this league, spectacular. You're not putting up 90 points a night. You may not have a whole lot of luck by the looks of things here in the early going, at least in this tournament. I'm sure we'll see the defenses adjust as teams get to see more tape on the teams and whatnot as we go forward. But holy crow, starting right out, we are seeing a pile of points on the board, the style of play from these teams. Sands on the rebound, up goes Spaulding. So it is Callahan, Spaulding, Smith, Forward, and Sands, the starting 5 for the Mystics here in this half. Macaulay on the miss chair is joined by Menzies, Rempel, Dervisevic, and Josh White for the Hurricanes. Spoke to Al briefly at half, Alman Dervisevic. Got a bit of a balky back, bother him a little bit here after this hard weekend of play. He'll do his best to get limbered up. Dervisevic calls for the stack on the inbound. There is the break. Inbound for Josh White off the stack. Rempel, real deep three. That beat the buzzer. Josh White skies for the rebound. Menzies the running lay-in. Credit there to Josh White for keeping that possession alive on the offensive glass. Jackson Smith into the corner for Jack Forward. Hurricanes with the steal. Dervisevic for Menzies. Foul there, I believe, will go on Spalding as Menzies will get the opportunity to convert on a three-point play. One shot for Menzies to convert. That one rattles through. With a hit of steam is Smith. He can't convert. The Hurricanes turn it up the other way. Dervisevic takes a three. Makes a three. Timeout. Mystics. The Hurricanes come out firing. They turn a 61-50 halftime lead. They're going to add 8 to it. The lead by 19, 71-52, early in the third quarter. They come out firing. It's a pretty happy Hurricanes bench. Coach Kendrick again animated in the huddle. As I said a couple times this weekend, one, get out to watch the Hurricanes because they're fun to watch. But two, Coach Kendrick, coached at all kinds of levels, including professional leagues. He's a fun addition to this league. He's animated. Admission in this league isn't a whole lot of dollars. It's certainly value for your money when you get Coach Kendrick on the sideline. Set to inbound, 7:04 to go, third quarter. The Hurricanes already with 71 on the board. Spalding in the low post. Three in the key on Will Spalding. Dervisevic a little strong on that three-point attempt. Jackson Smith can't finish. Rebound Josh White. He clears the boards, comes away on the dribble, does White. Dervisevic cross court. McCauley sets for the three, makes the three. Will Spalding gets two on that one. 20-point game, 74-54. McCauley on the miss, Sands on the board. Spalding misses a long two. Rebound Dervisevic and Sands knocked out of bound by Sands. Ty Murnahan will check in. That's going to be for Terrio Sands. Menzies on the dribble. McCauley. Dervisevic gets into the paint, banks it in. Veteran move for Dervisevic. Murnahan behind the defense, strong take. He's going to draw the foul on Logan Rempel. Ty Murnahan on the line. Miss on the first. Murnahan out of Dartmouth in his second year of eligibility. White picks up the foul. Coach Kendrick calls him in out on the floor here, speaking to his troops. Callahan looks inside, deflected away by McCauley. Menzies turns it up the other way. Dervisevic a running three. Kyle's taking a lot of those in this gym. In a Tommy uniform for sure and in practice. Sam Gilmore makes two more, first year out of Bedford for the Mystics. Dervisevic looks for the Josh White screen, gets it. Had White on the roll, back to Rempel. Callahan on the takeaway. Callahan crosses over on McCauley. Nice take for Adam Callahan. Can't make it down. And now the other way. It's Dervisevic for Menzies. Out of bounds off the Mystics. That will stay. Hurricane ball. 3:37 now to go in the quarter. 81-57. Little version of the hokey pokey going on there on the floor. Take your right foot in, take your right foot out. The teams look to mop up some moisture. Menzies rejected by Callahan. Nice defense by Callahan. Good catch by Menzies, but a clean block for Adam Callahan. Rempel backs in. Turnaround jump shot. Shot that one over Jackson Smith, did Logan Rempel. Smith wants the answer at the other end, finds Spalding. Back for Smith. That one hit the guide wire supporting the backboard out of bounds. Going to be a foul on Callahan. That will be his fourth. 3:13 to go here in the third quarter. I guess he's coming to the bench after that one. Ty Murnahan, Lion McLean will check in. Murnahan's already in the game. Again, it's that 6 and 8 thing when I quickly look at the jersey. I get them backwards every once in a while in certain uniform styles. Sometimes the number 9 comes into play there as well. Don't think we've seen a Hurricane substitution yet this quarter as Coach Kendrick has rolled with the starters. Full 7 minutes here in the quarter. White on the catch. McCauley. Dervisevic to beat the shot clock. I think we have a technical foul called on Dervisevic. Maybe for a flop after the shot there. One shot blue. Bit of a confusing play again. I get a good view from up here, but I can't hear the conversation happening on the court, so sometimes in situations that aren't exactly obvious, I don't know exactly what's going on. Jump ball situation here. After the technical, we'll go back over to Mystic ball. Spalding for McLean. Picked off. Merchanti now picks it back up. Spalding for three. Short. Rebound White. Taken away by Spalding. Gilmore puts up the three. Rebound Rempel. Hard push up for Menzies. Mystics are back. Hurricanes reset. Forward lucky there not to get, or pardon me, McCauley lucky not to get called for a travel as he dishes to White, who finishes nicely around the rim. 85-58. The Hurricane scoring barrage continues. Oh, nice move from McLean. Tipped in by Murnahan. Rempel. Rebound Dervisevic. He finds pace, puts it up. He's going to go to the line to shoot two. 1:24 to go. Third quarter. I think we're going to see our first subs of the quarter. 9 is Nick Mills. 1 is Kyrie Thompson. Cheatham will come in for the shooter, Dervisevic, at the stoppage of play. Dervisevic, a very good free throw shooter. Shot close to 80% last season in the ACAA. Makes that one. He averaged over 17 points, nearly 8 boards, and over 6 assists. I think he was the league leader in assists, if I'm not mistaken, last year when he was in a Stu Tommy uniform. Comes off some words from Coach Kendrick as he comes to the sideline. Seen a lot of that this weekend from Coach Kendrick. Some immediate coaching as the players come off the floor, discuss what's going on the floor. Chance to make, I'll say, some corrections. Going to find a towel and give the floor another drying off here. 1:14 to go in the quarter, 87-62. Will be Hurricanes ball on the inbound. Thompson, Cheatham, McCauley, Mills, and Rempel, the personnel for the Hurricanes. McLean, Merchanti, Spalding, Gilmore, and Murnahan for the Mystics and the Baby Blues. Spalding does give up that ball before he travels. Cheatham steps on the end line. Will Spalding against Logan Rempel. Malik Mirshanti. Murnahan picks up the loose ball on the far side off the board. Spalding. 5 on the game clock in the quarter. Spalding drives. He's going to pick up a foul on some of the Hurricanes. They wanted the jump ball. It's going to go on number 6, Jack McCauley. His first. Team's fourth, 1.4 on the game clock. Spalding get a chance to add to his game total. Shot about 70% last season in the ACAA, did Will Spalding from the free throw line. Averaged about 10.7 rebounds and over 4 assists. Strong player for the Mystics. Spalding on the shot. Rempel gets it away, too strong. We're going to the end of the quarter. That's quarter number 3. 87-64 in favor of Holland College. I'm Bill Gibson. You're watching ACA TV, Tommy's TV on YouTube. Come on back in about a minute and a half. We'll have the final quarter. Mystics send out Sam Gilmore, Terry O'Sands, Lyon McLean, Jackson Smith, and Malik Mirshanti to start quarter number 4. It will be the Hurricanes' ball as they send out Logan Rempel, Chris Cheatham, Kyrie Thompson, Jack McCauley, and Nick Mills. 87-64 Hurricanes. These teams' final action here at the Ken Gould. Looks like the Hurricanes again well on their way to putting up the 100 spot plus. Through the fingers of Rempel. We'll go back to the Mystics. Nice take by Terry O'Sands. Cheatham takes a 3, makes a 3. Taken away by Rempel. He's going 1-on-3. He's going to go right to the bucket, draw a foul. Foul goes on for Shanty, his 12th. Pardon me, his second, number 12. Picks up his second foul. Rempel misses the second. Rebound Gilmore. Merchanti on the drive. Met by Mills. Hurricanes come away with the ball. Cheatham on the push, directs some traffic. Gets right to the lane himself, outside for Rempel. Back to Cheatham. He drives baseline. Nice behind the back pass for Logan Rempel. Chris Cheatham shows us a little razzle-dazzle. Challenges the shot there by McLean. Rebound Nick Mills. Now it's Kyrie Thompson up the far side. That's no good. Rebound taken away by the Mount. Kyrie Thompson on the board, ahead for Cheatham. Cheatham has Rempel, but it's Cheatham who goes right to the tin. Gilmore on the board. Ahead for Smith. Merchanti. Laid in by Gilmore. Callahan and forward are set to check in for the Mystics. Dervisevic and Balatan for the Hurricanes. Nick Mills scores 2. Now 95-68, 7.5 to go, quarter 4. Three seconds called. Subs in. Forward, collects the carom. Smith on the drive, goes right at Nick Mills and scores 2. Kyrie Thompson misses the long 3. Jackson Smith with speed to the front court. Callahan makes a 3. Timeout, Coach Kendrick. He doesn't like the play of the defense there. Allowing the ball to move too quickly without being challenged, I think, is what will be the message. Did get a look out the window the last breakage of half here. The weather is improving. Humidity isn't quite the same issue in the gym as it was yesterday with the change in weather, of course, with the rain and the swim meet here downstairs, which I believe is now over, the swim meet. A number of people coming in and out of the building, just impossible. To get the humidity down here, we've seen a lot less need to mop the floor after players have spilled down here. And even myself, I can notice it a bit cooler. Draw coming down, you have that to look forward to. Still is warm, so still dress for warmth. Cheatham and Thompson in the backcourt. On the offensive glass was Cheatham. He was looking for a pass off the rebound. Teammate wasn't expecting it. Goes over to MSVU. And Smith. A little too much mustard on the hot dog for Terrio Sands. The hot potato goes right on through his hands. Balaton makes a three. No, that's only a two, says referee Spencer Jeffrey. Says the toe was on the line. Cheatham with the steal on the pass. Balaton loses the handle off his feet, but it deflects ultimately off the Mystics out of bounds. Murnahan in for Gilmore. Josh White on the miss. Callahan. Murnahan on crashes the offensive glass. He's had a nose for that all weekend long. Spalding and Fearon in for Smith and Sands on the Mystics side. 5 minutes to go, 173 in favor of HC. Cheatham does the low between the leg dribble. Kyrie comes up a bit short on that one. Ford gets it to rim out. Deflected out of bounds by the Hurricanes. Was off the backside of Dervisevic right to Cheatham. Cheatham for Thompson. Kyrie Thompson blocked by Fearon. Outside Balaton. Got rim on that. We're going to have a rebounding foul on. Let's see where this goes. It's going to go on Kyrie Thompson. Push on the rebound. Something also called there on 13 blue. I'm not sure what the official said. Thought he said fake the foul. I'm not exactly sure. That might be a new thing. Have to ask somebody about that. Could also have been what was called against Dervisevic there earlier. Maybe not. I'm not sure. Callahan can't connect with either Murnahan or Forward. I think Forward thought it was intended for Murnahan. You see here on the upper deck, the Stu Tommy women are limbering up. Their matchup's coming up next against Mount Allison. 1:40 now. We'll be a little bit late starting that one, probably about 10 after 2. If you are joining here now, just wondering when that's going to start. 10 after 2, you're going to have to switch streams over. This one's got 3.5 to go. The Hurricanes are in control. Doesn't seem to be much danger of overtime. Would take a big scoring run by the Mystics to send us there at this point. Forward on the miss. Rebound to White. Kyrie Thompson with the big steps and the shot. Stepping up into one there on the run was Ryan McKinnon, number 8, who's checked in for the Hurricanes. McKinnon at a summer side. Callahan makes a 3. It's another strong weekend for the Mystics as Adam Callahan. Take by Cheatham. He finishes over Murnahan. 102-76, 2:13 to go, quarter 4. Chris Druken, Spencer Rossiter set to check in for the Hurricanes. Druken out of Shea Heights, Newfoundland. And Rossiter out of Summerside, PEI. They'll see some action here in the final couple minutes. They will sub in here now. I'm guessing it's probably White and Cheatham who will come off. I'm not sure. Timeout taken on the floor by the Hurricanes. Coach Kendrick with a little friendly chest bump there with Rich Cheatham as he comes off the floor. So that's the kind of play we're looking for. And Coach Kendrick not going to leave any timeout unused. Calls a late one here with his team up. 26, 102-76. Been a whole lot of fun here bringing these games to you all weekend long. And again, I urge you, if you can, to get out and check out your local gym. Any one of these 7 schools. These 4 teams here, I've seen the Crandall rosters. Both of those teams look to be good this year. The men's team, I believe they went into Acadia and beat Acadia by 1 on Friday night. Tells you how good they're going to be. They should be right there with the teams we've seen in this tournament. Coach Stevenson and Kings, haven't seen his roster yet. They should be pretty good as well. And a bit of a mystery wild card for me is UNBSJ. I know they've lost Tanner Hoyt here to Stu, but I haven't even seen any results yet or heard of anybody scrimmaging against SJ yet to this point. They possibly have. Just not caught my attention. I do keep up to the league as much as I can, rely a lot on the postings of the athletic departments of the various schools, and will admit that some of them are easier to find information on than others. Stu and Mount A do a particularly good job of sharing info online. Nice take and finish there by Zach Keddy. First year out of 10 Talon, Nova Scotia. First look at Keddy here this weekend as he gets in the final couple of minutes. Number 15 for MSVU. Balaton on the drive. Rebound there was McKinnon. Druken on the take. Merchanti with 1:15 to go into the front court. Knocked away by Balaton. McKinnon for Thompson. Rebound Rossiter. Balaton spreads the floor. Five seconds to go on the shot clock. There's a block by Keddy. Merchanti gets blocked from behind by Rossiter. Rossiter to the front court for Chris Druken. Druken for Thompson. Thompson misses. Rebound to Murnahan. Thompson wanted the foul. You're not going to get that one in the last minute of play here in the score as it is. Zach Keddy with another nice finish. 12 on the game on the shot clock, 13 on the game clock. Kyrie Thompson is just going to hold here. I'm sure we'll see a shot clock violation against the Hurricanes. He will just dribble that one out. 2.8 seconds to go. This will go over to the Mystics. We're going to finish 102-80 is our final score, as the Hurricanes hang a century here in all 3 games this weekend. They go 2-1 in the Ken Gould. Victories over St. Thomas and MSVU, the 2 finalists for last year. Lost to Mount A on Friday. And the Mystics, they go 1-2. They defeated Mount A yesterday, lost to Stu Friday, and the loss here to Holland College. So evenly matched this league is here this year. It's going to be a fun one, folks. Thanks to those Mystics and Hurricanes fans for following along this weekend. Going to wrap this one up here. Take about a 20-minute break as the teams warm up. We're going to switch over to women's action and change schools. It will be the host Tommies and the Mount Allison Mounties coming up in 20 minutes. So that will be a roll roughly 10 after the hour. We're going to get that game underway. Come on back for that, folks. Thanks for tuning in.